Welcome to a exclusive YouTube video for our channel. So what we're going to do today, we're going through in order of our favourite kits of the last 10 years. We've got home, away and third. Is there anything else I need to add, Tizard, or have I got it spot on there?
I think that's pretty spot on. We were going to do goalkeeper kits, but if you see on the screen, there's already loads and loads of kits already. We don't want this podcast or video to go on for like 3 hours. So, you know, we've lived through these kits. We were going to go through like 2002, 2003, but we don't really remember those as fans, whereas every single one of these kits we remember as a fan, and we can sort of look back at them. Some with positive, most with positive, some not so good, but most of them pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I've got one of the shirts that I really like, but Jamie is a little bit of an avid collector of Saints shirts. He's going to bring them through and show us. He's going to model them on camera for us as well, so we can see what they look like. So, yeah, give us a sec and we'll jump into the first kit. So the first kit, as you can see there, Mikey is sporting it, not Jamie. But yeah, what do you think, boys? It's we had it for 2 years, was it? And I really like it. I think it's nice. What do you guys think?
I'm not a big fan. I like the stripes, however. Mikey, stand up a second, please, over this frame. The sponsor is just slapped on there. The Umbro sign just whacked on randomly.
It's really high up.
It's very uncoordinated.
Yeah.
If it was a bit more in order and the sponsor wasn't just like plastic, I think I'd love it.
But actually, well, you can see here we've got the ratings that we've got is iconic, very, very nice, good but not great, underrated, meh, and what were they thinking? So quite creative names, but these are the ones that Tizard have gone for.
In my opinion, I put it in meh, but obviously I think you boys will quite like it, so I think I'm going to get it ruled out here.
No, I'd put it in meh as well. It's not a great kit because like everything does seem like very like not lined up, and the sponsor isn't great either.
Yeah.
But the only thing that would bump it up for me is for the JPT. That would be the only reason why it would be bumped up. So if you want to go for memories, then I'd say it's probably good but not great. But
that's what I was going to say. I was going to say good but not great.
But for like the kit,
I still think that's quite high though. I think underrated is a bit of a.
Are we landing on meh then?
I think meh.
All right, cool.
Unless
right.
would have changed it.
No, I think meh's about right.
Yep. Okay. Right. First one in meh then. So Jamie is wearing the second kit one now, and this is one that I really like. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the kit design round the badge. I don't know if it's coming up across on camera, but it's got that nice kind of it's like almost like a fake embroidery, but it looks really nice around there. And yeah, I think it's. For me, I think it's either iconic or very, very nice. What do you guys think?
I would happily put it in very, very nice. It's just
nice
the colours really blend with each other. I love the fact that the flyby is not like it is in the home shirt, where it's just printed on nicely.
Yeah.
The colours go well with each other. You had to admit. The navy blue and the yellow. I just like always mentioned the embroidery or the fake embroidery. It just makes it look so nice. It's literally my favourite ever Saints away kit.
There we go. So very, very nice. Are we all happy with that one then?
Yeah, I'd say very, very nice.
All right, perfect. All right, I'll put that in there and then we'll move on. So this is I think we already know where this one's going to go, but we've got two people wearing it. I've got one held up here. I'm sure Jamie's probably got it somewhere. It's got to be iconic, isn't it? I mean,
it's literally, I remember opening this kit on my birthday. I bought it on the day it's released, and my dad wouldn't let me wear it for 2 weeks after I bought it, just because it's meant for my birthday. It was painful seeing it in my dad's cupboard, not being able to wear it. Yeah, I love it so much.
Yeah. And the club did a remake of it as well, so that's what Mikey's wearing. Which it didn't have the Umbro logo, but it's probably just because it's such a important kit for the fans that they decided to remake it. Because it's like you say, I don't think it's any doubt. I think it's going to go straight into iconic. There's no reservations there, is there?
Do you think when it's the 150th year they'll remake this the 150th year? Because this is from 125. So I just think in 25, well, not 25 years time now.
They might do.
This is a very, very nice kit.
It's the anniversary side. It's an awesome kit.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's just a nice traditional kit. You don't receive very often in modern day football.
Nice. Okay, right. So should we go for the next one? So we've only got one person sporting this one. It's worryingly Tizard fitting into a shirt that is how many years old?
8, I think. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So that is very
disturbing. 10 at this point.
What's your belly button by any chances?
Is it a crop top? But anyway, so what do we think about this?
Full, you know.
I would.
I think it's underrated. I think it's underrated. I think people don't talk about this enough. I think it's such a simplistic design. There's no sponsorship, but it just works.
The badge is really nice as well. I think that really puts it up a grade.
I was going to put in good but not great, but I do agree if it's underrated. I was like, you don't really talk about this very often.
Yeah, so I think underrated is a pretty fair one. Would you say that, Mike?
Yeah, this really nice kit. I do like this kit, and it isn't talked about enough.
Has it got subtle black stripes on it as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, subtle black stripes. You can just.
It's like a sort of black and grey type.
That makes it even better in my opinion.
Yeah.
Good, but not great.
Perfect.
Underrated. Sorry, underrated. Not good, but not great.
Underrated.
In it goes.
So, worryingly, Tizar can fit into another one of his kits. Jamie's got a size medium one, so they can display them for us. I've also got my one, which, again, for context, is a large boys, which I cannot get into. But, hey, the only problem with this one, and I don't know whether it's just my one, the sponsor at the time, which was AAP or AAP Cube, the middle stripe fades pink, which was so you've got a little. So that was like one reservation, but I think it's quite nice. That's the one thing.
It's just the Tadnari Lee season and he would wear. I remember he'd wear it with long sleeves, and that inspired me to get my original one I got when I was young as a long sleeve version, just because of the goal he scored.
Yeah. And in the actual photo, Lallana's got the long sleeve one on, so I don't know whether it was.
I really liked it. The long sleeve one looks so nice. You don't have this red cut off bit.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it as short sleeved. If it was long sleeved, I'd put it in very, very nice. However, it's not.
I was thinking, why is there a yellow trim on there? But Jamie's decided to challenge himself by putting all the layers on top of each other, so he looks like the Michelin Man by the end. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. So what do we reckon then? What are we rating it?
Wait, Mike, what's your opinion, Mike?
I don't really like it.
Ooh.
I think it's just the white shoulders. I don't really like the white shoulders.
Good point.
Just full white. I don't like that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because it's not like a darker colour like it has been in the recent years.
Did you say if the stripes, let's say this bit here was red, so it kind of filled in this gap of the collar as well?
Yeah. If the shoulders were red, I think that would be a nicer kit. But
where would you want to put it then, Mike? Would you put it in meh?
I would put it in meh. But I don't know what you guys like, because you guys quite like it. I don't know.
The thing is, like I said, if it was long sleeve, I'd put it in very, very nice. Just because the memories of Tadnari Lee. However, I think as a unanimous decision from us all, I put in good but not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we got one all in each apart from what were they thinking. So let's move on to the next one. So the alternative version to that home kit then was this. I think I've got it in front here. It's the yellow with the little bit of blue detail on it. With I think it's quite nice. But what do you guys think?
Love this kit.
Yeah.
I think it is a beauty. So what was that moan about the design? Are you not a big fan?
No, any yellow kit. I think will be at least in the underrated or very, very nice, because we had that kit for not quite a few years, but it was sort of a strip that we had for at least this season and the first Premier League one as well, as in like it was an alternative strip, and I do like it. For me, I think it's just a subtle, nice kit that the sponsorship's not massive. It's nicely put there. Colours blend well together, and I think it's a very, very nice.
Umbro made their logo blue as well, which I think makes it look really nice.
Even
like
nicer.
They changed it. It's nice when a company likes to change to make the kit look better and not just kind of be stubborn about it. So I think that makes a really nice detail as well. What do you reckon, Mike? What's your thought?
Again, any yellow kit is a good kit.
Yeah.
So I think that's got to be up there. I'd say very, very nice. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
I don't think it's iconic, but.
Okay, very, very nice. So we all happy with that then?
Yeah.
Both away kits and very, very nice so far.
Yeah. So the alternative strip to this one was the white one, as I'm holding up here. Like I said, I didn't have the home one. I just went for the away one because it's the one I actually liked, and I really like this kit. I think it's a really nice style, and as an away kit, it kind of does what it needs to do. Really, it's different, but I think it actually functions well as a away kit. I really like it.
I quite like it, but I remember, I'd rather have that as the home kit, just because I think it's a lot nicer. I know it's not the Red Army or all that sort of stuff, but I think it's a lot nicer than the home kit. which is, I think, is the first in quite a long time for Southampton fans.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it's really nice. I think it's for me, it's very, very nice. But I don't know what you guys think.
I like that kit as well.
Yeah,
I think that's a very, very nice kit.
I know it's actually the exact opposite of what we're wearing now. However, it's just so much nicer. Just I think the red's way too bold.
Yeah,
the white's more subtle.
Yeah, and you got that little bit of detail, a little bit of a grey outside to it as well, which looks nice. I think it's really nice. I think it's really nice.
There's grey on this one as well, but it looks weird.
Yeah. So I'm saying very, very nice. What do you guys reckon?
I think that's a fair assessment.
I'm happy, yeah. So again, still only away kit. It's going very, very nice.
Yeah. There we go. So the first time in this video, no one's actually got this kit. It looks like we've got no one to display it. So you'll just have to look.
It's just not been delivered yet.
Okay. Well, you just have to look at the tiny photo then, but I'm sure you know it as a Saints fan. It's the first year of Adidas. The controversy of it looks pretty much like a template with a golden AAP free on it. And yeah, what do we think? I'm really not a big fan of it. I like the fact that it was Adidas, but apart from that, I really didn't like it.
Well, it's a gold and everything on it. It's a golden Saints badge as well, mate.
Yeah. It looks all right.
I kind of liked it. Just the fact that there's a bit of gold on there. It's a bit different. However, like you said, it's just a template kit, a classic Adidas template kit. The Stoke City,
it looks exactly the same.
For a few years, had the exact same kits effectively.
Yeah.
So, as Southampton fans, we're not the same as everyone else. We're better.
So, what do we? I wouldn't say what were they thinking because you can see what's there, but I think it's definitely a meh for me.
I don't mind it. I think for me it's a good but not great. Like I think it's okay. It does the job. It's different, which a lot of fans don't like. But then again, you look at the red and white stripes so far. We've not actually put any of them in a positive category. We've not put it in very nice or iconic. So the way we've listed our red and white shirts, it's not like we've given them fantastic glowing reviews. So I think for me it's good, but it's not great. It's okay.
I just don't like it. It's just too much like Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's the only problem with it. I know there's only so many things you can do with a red and white striped shirt, but having a red and white striped shirt is something that we've had since we really became a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what they've tried to do, but I just don't like it.
So, what category, if we had to split hairs, what would you say?
I'd agree. The Tiz are good but not great. But if you two are both going meh, you can't really go the positive on this situation.
I'd happily settle with a meh.
Okay, it looks like we're going meh for this one. So the alternative strip to that one then, Adidas' first attempt at a away kit, and you can see it's here. Tizard's wearing it. I've got it in my hands. It's the black with the white details. I think this is really nice. It's probably one of the nicest away kits we've seen in a long time. It's the nice Adidas quality with the good looks and the kind of outline of the white Saints badge. I think looked really good. Apart from the first one, like the home one, I didn't really like the gold, but I think the white looks really nice with the kit. AAP with the white sponsor. I think it's probably up there. So I think iconic's quite difficult, but I think it is very, very nice, at least, or maybe even a bit more. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm just sad I don't own one.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
As that is, I can't really add any more to that. Spot on, mate.
Well, what do we reckon then? Do we put it as very, very nice, or because iconic means like it's what do we reckon? Very, very nice then? Is that fair?
Yeah. I think it is. It's just a good kit. It just works well.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. Well, we'll drop that in very, very nice then. So it's the first year of the VHO sponsor, and things have fallen down with Adidas. It looks like Saints have taken it into their own hands of making the kit. So it's their first attempt at making, their kit on their own in recent times. Jamie's sporting it. I've got it again, just in my hands there. What do you guys reckon? Saints detail on the background? What do you reckon?
First question I was everyone, how many different versions of this kit did you own? Because I had about 5 different versions.
Yeah, I think it went back and got returned at least 2 or 3 times.
I had 3 of the away shirts.
It's a bit of reference if you don't remember. Yeah. These shirts, any sort of Velcro, put on the shirt, they'd pluck it. I don't think I have any examples on this one.
You can see it now, but there's just like little bobbles and stuff that would pull and tear, and it was just like if you looked at it, you thought it's all right. So in the drawing board when they've done it, it looks quite nice, but it's just the execution. if I remember, it's really muscle fit, which is not a great look for, supporter fans down the pub. It's wafer thin. It's like even like the little seal of approval is just like a stick-on kind of dot thing that looks like it's going to fall off at any point. I think it was a good design, but it just horribly executed. I think the VHO again went pink, which if you're going to do a white sponsor, at least make sure it's not going to leak over onto the sponsor. Exactly. Like mine's already gone a bit pink. For me, it's just like it's meh because it wasn't made right. Like it was a good idea, but it just wasn't made right.
I think the design's probably one of the best designs of a home kit we've had in the past decade.
Oh, definitely.
So I would probably go good but not great, because I think it would be considered very, very nice if the shirt was actually made properly. Yeah. And if it wasn't made properly, I think good but not great is probably a fair assessment of it.
Yeah. For a similar reason, I'd put it in underrated, because I don't think many people talk about that home kit, but it's just the simplicity. You talk about the red sleeves you didn't like on the other one. I mean, the white sleeves on the other one you didn't like, you prefer with their reds, and I think that does fit very, very well. And combining that with what was a good season, I know this is a kit review, but it was just an overall good season. It was a solid home kit. It was a bit different because you obviously had the stripes inside the stripes, and I liked that. I say that I didn't buy it, but I did like it.
Okay, I think it's just for me the negative memories of how bad it was just overshadows it for me.
That's the thing that people would talk about to his eyes. Not that there isn't. That's the thing they do. I think they do talk about this kit, rather than it being nice, is the fact that it was very poorly made. That's just such a shame.
Yeah. So I think so for me, I think it's meh. I wouldn't say what they're thinking, because it on design it's not. I think for me it's a meh. What would you say, Jambo?
I'll put it in good but not great, just because it would be very, very nice if it wasn't for the fact that it breaks every slight touch.
Yeah. Tiz?
Yeah, I'd say underrated, but I'd happily go with what you guys are saying.
Okay, and then Mike, so you in agreement then? Good.
Yeah, I said good but not great.
Okay, cool.
And we're back again with these away kits of the same season. Boys, what are your thoughts?
Love it. I love this away kit. I love both of the kits from this season. Like they're top class.
Oh, it's just such a nice kit. I just love the colour of it. Plus the hint of yellow, it makes it even better as well. Because obviously, as us Saint fans, we do love a yellow away kit.
But you've got the bright yellow armpits, don't you?
See, I don't really like that, the strange armpits bit. I like the yellow detail. I think that looks nice, but just for me, like it's good, but for me, it's not great. Well, I feel like I'm going to be overshadowed by you guys because you all really like it. It's just it doesn't hit the spot for me. I can recognise it's quite nice, but yeah, it doesn't really do it.
Really?
I would say it in a very similar sense, in the fact that I love not to Ollie, but I love the design of it, and I really like this kit, but just the execution was really poor. Like this is my third one. This was my third away strip that I got that year, so I'd say because it's in a similar vein to that, I loved the home kit, but because of the execution, it wasn't great. I'd say it's probably the same in that way.
Yeah.
I'd like the design, but just...
I would argue against that, Mike, and put it in very, very nice. Just the fact I prefer it to the home kit, to be honest. It's just such a nice design. Even though it did break a little bit, I'd still put it in very, very nice.
My only downfall is I just don't like there being a vacant spot where it should be. I know we didn't have a designer, but I just don't like that side being vacant. I like having a badge and then the designer. So that's the only thing that I'm not a big fan of. But apart from that, I do think it's a very nice kit, and that's why I bought it. Okay, so what's the overall decision then? Are we going good but not great, or very, very nice? I think Tiz's got the designing vote. Go on, Tiz. Yeah. I think it's very, very nice. I like it. Yeah, then. There we go. Let's go. Very, very nice. Okay. So this was it a one-off third kit, or was it just not very warm? Yeah, it was a one-off for the Newcastle game. Yeah, so it's a bit of a special one here. This was Elia's brace against Newcastle, I believe, wasn't it? And I think it is just because it's one-off. It's the return of the yellow. We love to see it, if you want to use the phrase. I think it was a really good kit. I think it's a really good kit. I'm going to say it's iconic because it's a one-off, and the fact that Elia had that performance that he had in that show. He did nothing else apart from score a brace at St James's Park, and I think that's what makes the kit iconic.
Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. Are you two happy with that as well?
Oh, absolutely. I love the kit. I want one so badly.
Yeah.
It does feel like he went to St James's Park, chucked everything at their goalkeeper, and then just left.
Yeah,
I know he did things here. I know he did things here and there, but he played so well in that game. He had the Ronaldo celebration, which was an interesting thing to do, but it worked well. And I definitely put it as an iconic, just because it was just a crazy afternoon.
Perfect.
The thing is, it never clicked with me, but with that third strip, it's just the opposite of like the away strip. It's the yellow and then the blue under the arms, and that never clicked.
Yeah.
There's one for sale at the moment on eBay. Ryan Bertrand's match room one for £400. I was tempted to buy it, but try that much money at the moment.
Realise that's a month of rent. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll go for iconic then. Perfect. Okay, so now we're back with Adidas, and I think I have to say this is probably my favourite kit on the list. I think it is just perfect of a Saints kit. Red and white stripes. The Adidas complements perfectly. In the centre, you've got the Saints badge right by your heart, and the VHO works really well with it. I think it's the best one on the list. Is there any disagreements?
I would rather the badge be here.
Really? I think it looks really nice where it is.
I
don't know what it is.
There's something else here. There's fill a gap, and it'd be a lot nicer. It's a bit like what Tizard and Mike were saying about the kits they're wearing now. Well, there's just a gap there. It doesn't quite look the same, even though there is an Adidas badge here.
Yeah.
I do love the shoulders, the collar. I love the Premier League badges as well.
I've got the Premier League one, so yeah.
But I don't know where I put it. I'll probably put it good, but not great. I suppose Ollie's a big fan.
I think it's because the amount we achieved that year as well. I think it's close to iconic, but I would settle for very, very nice, but I wouldn't go any lower. I don't know about you. I think, Mikey, you've got to back this up because from what I remember, this is your profile picture, so I'm hoping you quite like it.
No, it's not my profile picture, mate. It was, but not anymore. But yeah, that kit, I don't know, because I prefer the year before, but like the only reason why I haven't put the year before in very, very nice is because of the quality. Yeah. I still love that kit, and I think very, very nice probably is where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not my favourite home shirt on there.
Really?
So which one is your favourite one, or is it
the season before? That's my favourite home shirt.
Really? But the thing is, this one I think looks just as nice, maybe if not better, and it was better made as well. Like you've got the kind.
I'd say the first one, or the last season was the nicest.
I think this one just looks just so professional. Like it looks so clean. If that's the right word. It's got the Climacool technology, so not only is it's the Adidas quality with I think what looks a really nice and smart kit as well. So
I'm happy to go into very, very nice, but it's just not my favourite. That's all.
What's your
thoughts?
I think if there was just a good category, it'd go in there. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not.
It's okay.
It's a nice kit without being fantastic. I feel so good.
I think I think your opinions kind of overshadow everyone's here, boss.
Right.
I think we achieved the season, like Harry said a minute ago. It's a kit review, not what we did in the season, mate.
But I can't tell what lets it down. That's the only thing. I think it's just so good. I can't think of anything that lets it down. The sponsor works well with it. The badge, I think it looks nice where it is. The free stripes work well with the kit without it overshadowing it. It's it's an actual kit made for us rather than it being a template. It's good quality. You're going to get that with Adidas. I don't know what lets it down. I think it's a very, very nice kit.
I'm just not a big fan of where Adidas is placed. It should be one there, one there. Wow. That's why. That's why.
You settle
right, am I going to have to concede then? Is it good but not great?
Yeah, I think you might have to.
I'm sorry to tell you.
I can't believe that. So the alternative kit for the green one, I wasn't able to get you guys to go for very, very nice. But what do you think of this away one then? What do you reckon?
I love it.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of Charlie Austin coming on for his debut against Manchester United, headering it in, running in front of the Saints fans.
Yeah.
It just brings me happy memories. It's just such a nice kit. I think it's honestly such a nice kit. Yes, it's not really our traditional away kits colours, but it's just it's beautiful. It's one of my favourite away kits.
It's just different, you know. We haven't seen one before. We haven't really seen one since. That's just this design, and that's why I like it. It's not the colours we used to go to. We haven't had a strip along the front as an away kit before. It's just a good kit, and it's not. I can't remember any other teams through Adidas having this strip. I may be wrong in that, but it's just unique in that sense, and I just like it. I just like it, and I think that's why I put it in. Very, very nice.
And do you know why it's better than the home one? Because the Adidas badge is in the right place.
It's not. I don't think that's that much of a difference. I don't think it makes that much of a difference to me. But okay, I'm not going to win on this one, am I? I think it's nice. I don't think. Yeah, I think it's.
That's going very, very nice.
Okay.
There's nothing you can say that changed my mind.
Okay.
I would rather have an iconic, but obviously I think that you lot wouldn't agree.
No.
Not quite.
Okay then, so we move on to the first year of Under Armour. 2 of you guys are wearing it. I've got this one here as well. What do we think? So our first impression of Under Armour as kit makers, what do you guys think of it?
I like this kit quite a lot.
Really?
Yes.
I really don't like it. I really don't like it.
No.
I think
suggest this were very, very nice.
I think this is the closest one we've got to what were they thinking.
Yeah.
That's
exactly
really
what
don't get.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I didn't want to go out there, but this bit, I don't like this.
So,
it doesn't flow well. The times, brilliant times. This was that times were fine. The times were good. The times were okay. But I just.
It looks like a Saint shirt. The thing that annoys me is it's a Saint shirt, and over the top they stuck what looks like a bra on it. And it's just like if they took that off, it would have been a perfectly serviceable kit, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it seems like every time we get an Under Armour kit, they're trying to do something different with the sleeves or the top or something like that. And I just really don't rate it. I think it looks strange. Yeah, it's not a difficult thing to get right, and they somehow got it really wrong, and I don't rate it.
Mikey.
I'm baffled.
No,
Back me up, Mike.
I'm in between you two. I don't think it's a bad kit, but then also I don't think it's a great kit. I'd say it's a meh kit, in all fairness.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say it's the worst thing in the world. I can understand why they've tried to do something different, but it's not a kit that I would like. I don't know. It's just not a kit that I like.
I can't believe this. I'm gobsmacked, boys.
I'm going to
Where
stick
did I put it then?
I sacrificed the first year in the Premier League to meh, so I think you can do that too, Jamie.
I'm happy with meh, but no way. What were they thinking?
I don't think it's a what were they thinking.
Okay, we'll put it in there then. Okay, let's put it in there.
We'll stick it in the there.
So we move to the away kit then. So it looks like this. Tizard's worn it as well. Got the same kind of bra bit to the top, black with red trimmings around it. What do you reckon then, Mikey? I feel like you got something to say about this one.
I love that shirt.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. I loved that shirt before the Shane Long goal, and then I loved it even more afterwards. To me, I know it won't be for you three, but that shirt is iconic to me, just because of that.
I would agree, to be honest.
Really? You guys are both found iconic?
I would say that's one of Southampton's greatest moments in a long time. That in Anfield in the away end. It's about the scenes. I would have loved to be in the scenes in the away ends of that game. You cannot deny. Look, iconic. It's iconic.
But again, I think we've also said that we're not going off of moments.
Exactly,
we're going off of design.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's just what it looks like.
So I think it's iconic. What it looks like, it's probably good but not great. But
yeah, I would have said it's a good kit. But it's like, so I guess it has to go in a good but not great column. That's what it's for me.
I think it's underrated. I think it's a nice kit. It's not quite very, very nice, but I think it's just a solid kit. A lot of good things happened.
I'm happy you put it in underrated as well. Actually.
Yeah, okay, I'm happy for that.
Underrated, yeah.
All right, cool. So the rare, what would you say? It is a one-off again, isn't it, for the Bournemouth game?
It was the League Cup final as well.
Oh right, yeah, that's true actually. Yeah. So I think it's a really important kit. It is on display in Tizard's background.
I chose that photo for a reason because Boo Fowl's in that photo. And it's
there as well. Yeah. So that's the exact kit that he's wearing there. So what do we reckon about this one then? Because I think it's a really nice kit. But
I would happily say it's iconic.
Iconic. Okay.
Iconic. It's such a nice kit. And I don't care. I'm going to say memories. If I cut final, what a day that was. And the game that we wore against Bournemouth as well. What a game! Jay Rodriguez had a brilliant.
Yeah. I think it's very, very nice.
As well.
Oh, you're going iconic as well.
I'd argue that it's iconic.
If we put yellow kit in iconic, you have to put this in iconic.
It's our first major trophy final since '76. Like,
yeah,
I know. I actually know since 2003. Even forgot the other FA Cup final, but yeah, I just think that kit is iconic. Look, just the design of it's so nice as well.
Yeah.
It's so simple but beautiful.
Yeah.
It was short. So the whole kit in general, the shorts go so well with it as well.
Yeah, most certainly. Yeah.
Oh, it is overall 10 out of 10 good looking shirt.
I'm not gonna.
I want one so badly. And Tiz, will never sell me his shirt unless he gets really strapped for money one day.
Okay.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So it's an iconic then.
Yeah.
So we're now on the Under Armour, their second version of the kit, the remake of the classic 80s kit. I think this one's a really nice one. I think it's got a good idea as well. They have the kind of cartoony unveiling for it, but I like the idea that it had behind it. So for me, I think it's a nice kit. What do you reckon?
I'm going to have to disagree with you.
Really?
I think it's good but not great. Just because I think it's too squished. That's the only problem I have with it. It's just all try and condense in one area. I agree I get what they're doing, but I don't think I would nowhere near put it in a very nice.
So I don't mind the compactness. Mine's the weird collar. That's what I don't like about it.
I think if the collar was the same as the sleeves, was it the same pattern?
Yeah.
It looks so much nicer. It's just a bit round. I get it. Yeah.
It's just a little bit weird of a collar, to be fair. I'd say good but not great. I'd say it's probably.
I think they tried to make the V-neck look of the 80s, but they've kind of put the circular bit in there to still make it kind of spherical. But again, I think Under Armour are always quite strange with their collars. Like, we've never really had, like, the one I'm wearing at the moment is a kind of like bottleneck shape. I don't think they get collars, do they? They can never really do a crew neck. It's always something different that they're trying to do. But I think it's I wouldn't say it's very, very nice, but I think it deserves maybe good but not great. I don't know. Yeah. Is that fair?
Yeah.
That's
what
I'm great.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so we're going for the change strip then. It's the black with the blue. Mikey, you're wearing it as well. What do you reckon, mate?
I love it. I love this kit, and I think it's kind of cool because it is, if you invert these colours, it does become
goes to red and white. Yeah, it's cool.
Which I think just adds an extra element onto it too.
Yeah.
I think also with every kit you always have a player that you associate with that kit, and I think this one's the one that I associate with Gabbiadini just because of that Swansea goal. So when I look at that kit, I always get the feeling of when Gabby scored that goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is a very, very nice kit for me. What do you guys reckon?
I'm just sad I don't own it once again.
Yeah.
I think it's extremely nice kit. Like Mike said, it's got a memory attached to it. Where his home kit that season, I don't really have a memory, so to say, attached to it of an iconic thing like Gabbiadini did. However, yeah, that's the only thing I can really say. Really, Mikey kind of summed it up with the inverted colours. I think it's so cool.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Tiz?
Yeah, I just think it's a nice kit. Like you said, it's multiple elements, good times. I know we're not talking about good times, but it helps a lot. And I think it's just a nice away kit. It's not trying to overdo something. It's just good. It's just a good away kit that you can get away with.
I remember a member of this shirt is Mario Lamina just messing around doing skills during a match and not doing anything with anything else.
Yeah.
It's got a great goal against West Brom in that shirt, though. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, then. So we're going for. I need to put it on, don't I? So what are we going? Very, very nice or good but not great?
Oh,
I'll go very, very
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like we've got a lot of away kits in very, very nice. But yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Right. So that's in very, very nice. So again, another year with Under Armour. It's the one that Jamie's modelling now. Mikey's got a different variation for it. Mikey, if you can give us a 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. There you go. So it's scope with Shane Long on the background.
Is it a match worn one, Michael?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Who again?
Leicester.
That's after he scored. I thought that was a stupid question.
Beef.
Actually, did he score that? It's like when he broke his nuts. Michael came out across.
No, do we lose that game 2-1?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Harry Maguire scored in like the 90-something minute, didn't
he? Yeah.
From just rolled into the back of the net.
What do we reckon then? I think it's...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ronnie, but this is a beautiful kit. I love this kit. Yeah. It's my favourite one of recent home kit of recent times. Just maybe get a bit of criticism for the cut off here. However, I really like it. I thought it goes around the underarm.
I don't like that though. That's the only thing I don't like. The two things I don't like is the collar. I don't know why the collar does the bottleneck thing. I don't understand why the thing goes round the Under Armour thing. It's almost like Under Armour is more important than the actual stripes, which is all of our history. So for me, I don't really like that connotation of it. But I think it's a good kit for me.
I really wish I put a solid category on there, because I think if you could put solids, I think a lot of these kits would move into solids rather than the ones they've been.
Well, I'd say solids. I'd say solids good but not great. I'd say that's pretty much what solids.
Yeah.
I like the black outlining of the stripes. I think that makes it more defined. I know lots of people saying that they don't like the cut-off bit. I think that just makes it a little bit smarter with the cut-off bit. I think maybe doing a little bit more of the shoulders, the fact that they're just bland and red, that probably what made it a little bit worse for that cut-off. But I think it's just quite a smart kit.
Another thing I like about it is the start of Ralph Hampson. Yeah. As well, you have to remember that. Got rid of the cursed Mark Hughes. And bring in the legendary Southampton FC manager Ralph Hasenhüttl.
So what are we settling on then? So I think it's good but not great. But what do you guys reckon?
I'll put good but not great.
I'm happy putting very nice, but obviously I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you either.
Yeah, I think good but not great. I'd probably say.
Well, we'll put it in good but not great then.
The main reason is because of what Ollie said about the Under Armour thing going round. I don't like that.
Okay, so it's the away kit. I've been wearing it for most of the video. Jamie also has. Go on, Jamie, what is it?
The matches shoe Jake Hesketh one. And Stephen Davis match worn shorts.
Yeah, cool.
Well, that is a rather odd combination.
How did you acquire that, Jamie?
eBay, man. That's all to say. That's all to say.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Fair enough.
But I think it's a really nice kit. Yeah, I really love the blue and yellow combination.
I do, yeah.
Nice colours. It's not really stupid saying that, but I think you can all agree with me when I say that.
The only thing I don't quite like is the fact that Virgin Media didn't change their colour of their logo.
I know, a bit weird.
I think it was.
Oh, very true, actually.
The only thing that ruins it for me, someone said it looks a bit like a clown, where you got like blue, yellow, and red. So it's kind of like a clown kit, which put me off it a little bit. But
I think it's the nicest way kits we've had.
I wish they did what AAP3 did, or APP3 did, whereas they just changed the colour of the font and didn't have that outline. And I think that's what. If they did that,
if they got rid of the red, I think it'd been really nice.
I still like it though. I think
it's good.
I think it's a very
it's a good kit.
Would you put it in?
Is it the same level as?
Very nice.
I'd say good but not great. No, I'd say good but not great.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll put it in that then. So we got two people modelling this one off then. So Jamie, tell us the story.
I have a very rare match-worn Carabao Cup Sam Gallagher shirt.
Very nice.
Little turnaround Gallagher 15. Very iconic Southampton player, as we can all agree on.
Yeah.
And just fun fact, you can't even buy this badge. Well, I don't think you can anyway. So it's even better.
Perfect. So what do we reckon for?
We're not going to ask about Tizard's shirt.
How did you get your shirt? Shirt.
Well, one of my friends played for Southampton's. A fan of the show. He played for the Southampton FC Disability team, and he gave me this shirt because he knew I was a Southampton fan, because he obviously supports Portsmouth, but he's one of the nicer Portsmouth fans. So
obviously supports.
Obviously supports.
Obviously supports.
He just obviously does. So what do you think of the kit then?
I really like this kit.
Yeah.
I literally all they've done is change this colour here.
Yeah.
From white to, I'd say, maroony, I'd argue. But I think it's a really nice colour. We wore it over 2 seasons, technically.
Yeah.
I think it's just nice. I think it's the contrasting colours of reds do work together. The only weird thing is this bit here. I don't know what that bit is. It's a bit odd, but
yeah.
But apart from that, I like it. It smells nice as well.
You're saying Ned smells nice, Tizard? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So what are we going for then? Good or not great or very, very nice?
I think it's very, very nice. I think it's a really good kit.
Wait,
yeah, I think it's nice.
No,
Very, very
I just
nice.
find it quite funny that you like didn't really like the home kit and said it's good but not great. They've literally changed one colour about
and
it.
you guys go very, very nice.
That makes it very.
I would have said good but not great, but
I
I
would
think I'm
have
being
said good but not great as well.
So what do we do then? We can't put it in halfway.
Mine's matched worn, so it makes it even better.
Okay, we can put it in very, very nice if you want.
Yeah.
Told it, Ollie. I cannot believe you just done that.
Well, the one kit that I like on this one is not where I want it to be, so I can't. It's basically, So we're back to the present now, and this is the current home kit that we're wearing. I will go out on a limb and say it's not one of my favourites at all. I don't really like the collar and the button. The black bar looks kind of strange. I don't know. I quite like the idea that there was a 3 white, 2 red. I think that looks quite cool. But apart from that, it just doesn't really do it for me.
Very nice, really, is it?
I think it's a meh.
It's looking from Mikey's perspective right now as now. You not think it's the same kit at all, because all you see is like a weird black bar.
It looks like I'm wearing a bib, doesn't it? Like it looks like I'm wearing a black bib.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I wouldn't say what were they thinking, because it's okay, but
I'd say it's nearly there. If it wasn't for the stripe design, I think they'd definitely be in a what were they thinking.
So are we all agreed in meh then? Or go on then, tell us what you think.
I think meh, but what would have to happen for a kit to be in what were they thinking? Because I don't think we're going to fulfil that category today. What would the kit have to have?
Strip.
I think it's quite nice.
I like that. I like that kit.
Maybe that just shows Mikey's masculinity, really. Maybe. He thinks pink isn't a manly colour.
I think it's what were they thinking is if they disrespect the history of the club. So like if they brought out like a blue Saints kit, that's probably
when Cardiff went red,
like that. So that's probably what, because you can't, like, the amount of people that are being paid to design a kit, I don't think, unless you're being that stupid, I think it's quite difficult to put what were they thinking. So that's probably what it would have to be for me. Like,
I think maybe that first year of the Premier League, maybe that could have been a what were you
that nearly was,
but I just quite liked it. I think that's probably the closest we've got to putting it in what were they thinking. But I think because it was our first year in the Premier League, we couldn't really put it down there.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
so
I'd say it's a meh kit, this one.
Okay. Cool. So this year's away kit, then, what do we reckon? The one thing that annoys me about it is it looks grey. It doesn't look black. I went and saw it in store, and I was disappointed in the fact that it wasn't black.
I've seen different variations for Ollie, where some literally are black and some are grey.
Yeah.
I remember at Fulham away, boys. I don't remember. I pointed out there's literally one away kit we saw that was black and not the grey that it's meant to be.
Yeah.
They showed the different variations of it. It's really strange.
If it was black, I think that would be a bonus. I also think the sponsor really doesn't look good on it. I think it stands out as it just doesn't complement the kit at all. I think, which is disappointing. But I like the overall design. I think it's just the slight colour and the sponsor just let it down really. So for me, it's meh, but I'd understand if you guys really like it.
I'd put it as an underrated kit.
Yeah.
I really like this kit. And I think the grey probably works better than it would work if it was black. I think the lighter grey makes it a little bit better. The yellows, I like a yellow kit. I know it's not a full yellow kit, but I like the yellow on there as well. So I just like the kit.
Fair enough, yeah.
It's a real nice kit.
Did you put in good but not great then?
I'll put it in underrated because I don't think many people like it.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I put it in underrated.
I think underrated would be alright. Are you guys happy with underrated?
Yeah. And now moving on to the third kit for this season. Unfortunately, me and Ollie both do own it, but we have no idea where it has gone.
No.
Because that's for a benefit, really, for a good thing. But what are your thoughts of it, guys?
It's not a bad kit.
It's my favourite one of this year, just because the sponsor actually runs with the kit. I think that's such an important part where it's got a white background. The blue actually works into it, and I think it looks quite nice, especially if you've got the Virgin Media logo on the side as well, with a little bit of red. So I think it ties in quite nicely. White shirt's always quite nice. So I'd say it's good. I wouldn't say it's great, but I'd say it's good.
So they kind of spun me around there, but honestly, I kind of agree. It's I mentioned that Virgin Media sponsor actually ties quite well in the kit from looking at the photo of it then.
Yeah.
Gant Vestergaard perfectly modelling it for us.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you reckon? Tiz? You haven't said your piece.
I was thinking it's a bit meh, but I think the sponsorship does work well. The colour of the Under Armour badge, that's nice. I'm not its biggest fan, so it's either meh or good but not great. I'm not too fussy either way. For me, probably meh, but I can understand why good but not great is probably the category that will go in.
Yeah.
I would go meh as well. I wouldn't. It's not. I don't really mind the kit, but it's not one of my favourites.
So what do we do then? Is it meh or is it good but not great?
I'd put it in good but not great.
Underrated? Can we go underrated?
Yeah, I would agree, Ollie. Underrated is justified. I said like you said, we've only really worn it once.
Yeah.
This season. I think it could be. I could have been our away kit in general. Realistically.
Are you guys happy with underrated then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Woohoo!
So there we go. We're completed then. So that is as you can see there, those are the ones that we've gone for. What do you think? Do you reckon we got it right? Which ones would you change? How would you do it? If you want to do it yourself, you can send it to us on Twitter, which is @SaintsPrimePod. Or you can let us know in the comments, drop a comment and tell us what you would change, how you would do it differently. Is there any, do you think which ones you reckon you would move or anything like that? So yeah, if you do enjoy this kind of video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe so you don't miss another one, and we'll see you again for the next time. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoy, make sure to drop a like, and if you want to see more, then press that subscribe button with the bell on to never miss an upload.